Alright, welcome to class, everybody. We're going to do verifying trig identities. I'm not going to repeat everything I just said. So let's just do it. You're just going to match one side to the other. So for the first one here. True. You don't just say true. I'm telling you it is true. You need to show the steps on your own without a device, without an app that tells you how to do all the steps. I want to quit my job so bad. Oh, man. All right, so what's the first step I can do here? A couple different steps I could take. Yeah, so what's secant squared minus 1? Tangent squared, so... If you notice, I'm going to keep carrying this down equals 1 the entire time. It's good math. That's what you do. That's what photo math does, so we're going to do it too. Alright, so what can I do now? Nothing, they're the same. Well, we just had to show the work. So somebody said 1 over something. What? Tan squared is? Okay, and then on this left, yeah, 1 equals 1. Put a check mark.
So can I write basic nonsense and then you see it on?
Okay, so I absolutely hate grading these for the reason that people do what you do. They write nonsense and I mark it all wrong.
I do. Then you mark it all wrong?
Yeah.
You know when
it needs to be coherent math.
And you don't know if it's like a true or false question and you put a T but then you put a little dash F so then anything.
I mark all those wrong.
I did that yesterday on my accounting.
Let me know how that works out for you. I'm curious.
I missed 2 points.
Was that the question then you missed?
No.
The TF?
No.
So you got away with the TF.
Yeah. Because the F you could be like, oh, the line was...
I'm having a bad day. The ethics of education is going downhill quickly. It's crumbling around me. I'm going to go ahead and do number 4. Just skipping around here. Don't need to take forever on notes. The reason I'm going to do number 4 is because, well, neither of these sides are completely simplified. So you really could start on one side or the other. Which one do you want to start on?
Right.
Left.
Literally doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter, but it is harder to do one way or the other. It really is. I'm going to do because on the right-hand side, it's kind of hard for me to know where to start. Okay, I don't really know my first step. Because remember, I told you, let's put everything into sine and cosine if we're lost. I can't do that on the right-hand side. I can't put everything in sine and cosine because there already is.
Okay, then just start on the left.
So let's start on the left. What's our first step we can do here?
I don't know. Turn it into the tangent thing.
Multiply by the conjugate, because it has always worked my entire mathematical career. What's the conjugate of 1 plus cosecant?
1 minus It's like, what's that thing called?
Conjugate?
No, we did this before.
Conjugate?
Oh, was it really?
Yes.
It's that AB thing.
Conjugate?
Yeah. That's what that was. Partial fraction decomposition. Yeah. Yeah. Not conjugate.
Okay, so let's leave this top side the way it is. On the bottom here, what are you going to get?
Nothing.
1. Okay, 1. I want to go back to doing math.
Why is it subtraction? Because minus...
When you multiply by the conjugate, it becomes a negative. Okay? So what does this 1 minus cosecant squared turn into?
Negative cosine.
It's negative cotangent. So what happens now? Boom, boom, you cancel it out. So that negative is still there. So I'm going to distribute that negative up on top. Yes?
I'm confused. Why did you mark out the 1 minus cosecant squared?
Because I put it down here, which is negative cotangent squared. This 1 minus cosecant squared is negative cotangent squared.
Okay, got it.
That is the thing.
Okay.
And then I'm canceling out those cotangents. I'm left with a negative. So are we cool if I flip these around then?
Yeah.
To make this a negative 1 plus cosecant of x equals 1 minus sine x. See, I'm not there yet. I still need to go ahead and match this up. So if I'm looking at the right-hand side of a fraction, I need to make a fraction on the left-hand side since I just got rid of mine. How can I make a fraction? Eventually I will, but let's rewrite cosecant as
1 over sine.
okay. And now I need to get common. So that's why I'm going to multiply this one by I hate grading these, so not a lot. I know, the test. You're very good. So I multiply this, I'm going to get negative sine x plus 1 all over sine x. I'm just combining it.
Wouldn't it be sine x squared?
I just did it to just the negative 1. To make that a negative sine x, so now they both have sine as a denominator. So you can combine them now. And does that match up? It's just out of order, so just rearrange it. Well, this is your first day doing this, so I understand why you're feeling frustrated.
No, I don't get it. It's my second day.
No comment.
You know, someone texted me the other day, they could still drop out of pre-cal, and I was like, no, I tried. This class is the worst class I've ever taken. It is so difficult. Not worst class, but like, it's just difficult. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Because you don't have any homework to do to practice it. Don't you wish you had some homework that you could learn it?
You got to pass out a worksheet. This is going to help you.
It's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, which one do you do? It doesn't matter. Do 5 or 6. 5 is easy? 6. Alright, which side do you want to start working with?
Right.
Okay, so the only reason I'm going to say that this side, actually, I don't know. This one that you could do right. You could do right. It doesn't matter. You could do right or left.
Guess what?
The fact that you took that much hesitation on the right side does not make me want to do the right.
Alright, to the left-hand side. What's one thing you can do? Now, you could get totally stuck. You can get stuck on one side and go, that's it. Redo the whole problem over again. Start with the other side. That happens.
Convert everything into.
Yeah, make everything the sine and cosine. So cosecant is really.
Were we talking about the left or right, like 5 or 6, or the left or right of the equation side? The equation. Oh, I thought we were talking about 5 or 6. We were talking about 6 left or right.
Okay, what else can I do on the left-hand side?
Make the other
Common
one
denominator.
Okay, so what's common denominator going to be then? So multiply this side by sine x over sine x. So 1 minus sine x. Or sorry, 1 over sine x minus sine squared. Is that correct? If I say so. Photo math helped you? Nothing else? Doesn't do any steps?
No, it does. You can look at the stuff. I'll show you steps in a second. So I can use it on a test.
Okay, what's next? This side actually is going to get really tricky here. You're all going to be confused in 2 steps, but
No,
it's
I'm
okay.
not.
Alright, oh, photo math. Alright, now what? 1 minus sine squared. I didn't do any hard math on that next step. I just made 2 fractions into 1.
Hold on.
Okay, now what can we do?
Well, we need to get
1 minus sine squared is? Alright, this is where life for you is going to get kind of confusing. Just warning you ahead of time. You just need to get comfortable with this stuff in order to see the next step that's coming. Yes, so it didn't work.
Yeah, it gave me like x equals.
So it moved that over. It said equal to 0 and then solved for it until that equaled 0.
Yeah, and then 0 equals 0.
Good. It's not supposed to do that.
Why?
Because I said so.
Well, okay, listen to this huge
So,
massive company who does math on
cosine over sine.
or
I can call him out on that one. Okay. Daniel, did you figure out the trick? You both figure out the trick? Quiet. This is a lovely trick we need to learn about. This is lovely. All right. Taylor, want to explain it?
no.
Okay. Daniel, want to explain it?
Yeah, so you have 2 cosine on top.
You have 2 cosines on top. Okay. I need to separate it.
Yeah, split them up. So cosine x times cosine x
I like it. I like it.
over sine x.
I like it. I like it.
And then cosine over sine is just equal to
Oh, so we're just going to just like take that guy and write that as a fraction right there? So now it's cosine x times cosine x over sine x. And you're going to get? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, that was easy to understand? All because of photo math? Because of Daniel?
Yeah.
I mean, not lose my job to photo math anymore. I'm losing it to Daniel. Alright, I'm done. That's it.